Right, so when we're asked to find the nth term rule for a sequence, we're looking for a rule which links the number in the sequence with its position in the sequence. So that is the number 7 in position 1 of the sequence, 14 is in position 2, 21 is in position 3, 28 is in position 4, and so on. And the method is really straightforward. The first thing you do is look for what the differences are between the numbers in the sequence, and you can see here that this first sequence is going up in sevens. The difference every time is 7. That means that this is a 7n rule. Okay, so the first part of the rule that we're going to write down is 7n. The second thing that you then have to do is look to see if 7 is the first number in the sequence. If it is, as it is in this case, then 7n is the rule, and that's the end of the question. So if we now look at part B, you can see here that this rule is going up in 5s. That means it's a 5n rule. But this time, when you look at the first number in the sequence, it isn't 5, it's 3. So what you then have to do is find out what you either have to add or subtract to 5 to make that first term in the sequence. In order to go from 5 to 3, you have to take off 2. So that means that this rule is a 5n take away 2 rule. And the way that you check then is by just substituting in the numbers 1, 2 and 3 and making sure that that rule works throughout. So for the second term in the sequence, it would be 5 times 2, which is 10, take away 2 is 8. The third term would be 5 3s are 15, take away 2 is 13. So we know that that rule is correct for that. Okay, let's do the rest of the ones on this page. Here, again, this is going up in 8s, so it's an 8n rule. The first term is 8, so that's the end of the work. It's an 8n rule. The second one in this question is going up in 7s, so it's going to be a 7n rule. But this time, the first term isn't 7, it's 2. So I have to subtract 5 in order to get that. Let's just check that. The second term, n would be 2. 7 2s are 14, take away 5 is 9. 7 3s are 21, take away 5 is 16. So I know my rule is correct. For question 3, this is going up in 4s. So it's a 4n rule. Is the first term 4? Yes. So that's it. For part B, it's going up in 6s. So it's a 6n rule. Is the first term 6? No, it's 1. So I have to subtract 5 in order to get 1. Let's just check with the second one. 2 6s are 12, take away 5 is 7. 3 6s are 18, take away 5 is 13. And finally on this sheet, for question 4, we can see here this pattern is going up in 5s, so it's a 5n rule. Is the first term 5? No, it's 8, which means I have to add 3. Check with the second term. 5 2s are 10, add 3 is 13, 3 5s are 15, add 3 is 18, so I know I'm correct.